What up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Record, Two Daddies and a Baby edition, where we talk about whatever the hell we want.
Bringing some life up into this bitch. Dude, I saw this one video. It's fucking disgusting, but hilarious, right? So it was the most craziest thing. There was this jungle boy swimming in a lake. He has a cigarette in his mouth. He looks about 6 years old, or he looks like a child, right?
He's swimming and he's keeping the cigarette dry?
Yeah.
That's talent.
And then it's like, and then that song that, you know, that, oh no, you know that song? Yeah. That shit's playing in the background, right? This was on Facebook. And then he goes like that. And then he comes back and he hits a cigarette and a log of dookie floats up. Oh. And he's cracking up, right? And I'm like, this is what's crazy. Is like everybody has a smartphone now.
Yeah.
You could be in the middle of a like in the jungle and do this.
That's crazy.
You have a smoking kid that's taking a dump while he's swimming. And he's making a fucking TikTok, dude.
Dude, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I was taking a shower. We just all was in the hot tub. And then I went into the shower and I was turning on the water to get it warm because Taika is kind of like Gio where he hates the cold. So if it's cold, he hates it. So I'm waiting for the water to get warm. And I'm looking through the glass and I see him standing there and he goes, and he just shoots shit on the floor.
What? Wait. On the shower? Like, wait.
Outside of the shower.
He's just waiting?
Because he's naked. Oh. So he just...
So he doesn't know not to shit while he's not wearing a diaper?
He knows he's not supposed to, but he couldn't control it. So you just see him like squeeze and it just shits on the floor and he goes...
Because he's embarrassed?
He's embarrassed and he feels bad. But then I was like, oh, fuck. And then I looked at Gio because like my parents always have the whose turn is it? Yeah. But then I'm like, hey, I'm inside. So she had to clean it up.
Like quarantine.
Yeah.
I just don't get like how that's, when you're a kid, it's so easy to just shit standing up. Because even like, if I wanted to take a shit here, it'd be impossible. Or even just start pissing randomly in front of me.
It's probably psychological though.
If I need a shit and my phone died, I can hold it until I charge it enough. And then I could take my phone and that's like the peaceful shit. Yeah.
Oh, man. It hurts though when you have to really go and then you're holding it.
Shitting without a phone so hard. I think I'm programmed now.
Yeah. That's true because sometimes I'll rush and I'm like, oh wait, my phone, I gotta get back and then okay. Oh yeah.
It's so weird, like I'm so nice where like I just don't want to bother anyone. So say we're on a road trip, I'll just hold my piss in, right? What? Even though I'm dying. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to say, because then like I grew up where I'm like, oh, can you pull over? And they're like, no, like just hold it, right? Yeah. Your parents are always like that, everything, right? And you're like dying. But now we're adults, and then I remember like I was on the road trip from I went to Tahoe, and then we're all in the car, I'm like for like an hour just dying. And then my brother was like, he was in the passenger seat. He told my friend, he was like, yo, can we pull over really quick? I just gotta use the bathroom. The guy's like, yeah. And I'm like, I could have just said it like an hour ago. Like, it was, like if anyone says no, I'm like, for a human bodily function, just like because you're gonna fucking die, like, that's kind of messed up.
I think that when you're a kid though, they tell you no because they get annoyed at how many times you gotta stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, when you're traveling in a van full of kids, you're stopping like every 30 minutes because they gotta go.
They're on different cycles too.
Yeah, and then they don't fucking go when you stop. Yeah. Because they get distracted, they start like chasing a dog or some shit.
Or they get embarrassed and they're like, they can't pee.
Yeah.
I remember not being able to pee after, like I needed to, and then like they pull over, they're like, I go on the road, I'm like, oh, I can't act like I did, and then have to tell them like an hour. I get that then.
Didn't you pee in bottles? I used to pee in bottles. My mom was like, nah, you're peeing in a bottle.
I've recently was in traffic and I was like, couldn't pull over, and I was just like, I just put my fucking my hoodie over my dick, and I had an empty bottle and just like fed it through. I didn't feed it through, but it's not small, that small. I had to piss.
Hey, you can squeeze it around.
I like had to like put just like the hole on the lip and like thing, and then I had to like finish, close it, put on the side, and then like so just because like trucks.
You could do one bottle if you needed to pee that bad.
Yeah, one bottle's fine.
You can stop.
No, I mean I didn't stop. If I needed to, I would have like
got another bottle.
Oh.
Stopping midstream is like the hardest thing ever.
It hurts when you really gotta go and you stop midstream. It hurts like the chode area or the taint area.
Yeah.
That's just destructive, man.
What's funny is so like we taught Taika to like clean his dick with the tissue paper after he's done. So now he knows when he has to pee, he first has to find his step because he can't reach the toilet. So if he has to pee, he runs all over the house looking for his step.
Oh.
Finally finds his step. He puts.
Why don't they leave it there?
Yeah.
No, because he uses it to do other shit.
Oh.
So it's him. Like we leave it at the toilet, but he uses it to fucking climb on the pool table or whatever. So he takes his step, he pulls his underwear down, and then he pees. And then when he's done, he knows how to take the toilet paper, dab his dick a little bit, and then he throws it in and he flushes it. So the other day I was peeing and he just decided to hang out with me.
Yeah.
So he's like looking at me, and then I didn't dab my dick. So he goes, "Hey!" He goes, "You gotta wipe your pee pee." And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And he goes, "No, I do it for you." So he gets it and he dabs my dick, and then he puts it in the toilet, and then he flushes it out. Like, this is so funny. You know, kids, they take everything literally. So it's like what he has to do, everyone has to do, which is so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
And then one time I had to yell at him because in mid pee, he wanted to like stick his hand in the stream. I'm like, no. It's so funny.
I remember when you play like swords with your brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sword fighting.
I forgot what age you're just like, yeah, let's not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was like the funnest thing to do ever. Like I remember I had to wait for him, like because we had to do it together.
Oh, that's tight. You have to do like one more for old time's sake right now.
No.
You should text him, "Hey, can we sword fight one more
Drive
time?
up to the barrier and shit.
One more time."
For good old time's sake. Remember our skit, Piss Wars, where we were peeing all over each other?
Yeah,
That was crazy.
that was crazy. I do miss skits sometimes.
Damn, man, I do too now. It just sucks because the last time we were about to do one, like we needed a COVID officer and all this, and it would have cost us like $3,000 just for all of that.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, man.
Just to have someone come and test and everything.
Well, we needed two,
Like a real location, and a real location requires insurance. And then now, because of what's going on, you need a COVID officer, and the COVID officer has to come and also set up like COVID protocol. So like everyone that comes in gets tested here, hand sanitizers at like every station. So like whatever your production is, if you're trying to do like a union production or if you're trying to book an actual location, it shoots up in price. And so for us, it was, I think our original budget, it would have been cool with $500, but then all of a sudden it's like 3,500, and 3,000 is spent on the other things.
Damn.
So I'm like, oh fuck, that's crazy.
you know, like now with all the stuff that you guys have as parents, like the technology and all this stuff, right? Like, can you imagine being in a cabin with like minimal shit and just raising Taika?
Minimal shit, raising Taika, like no iPad and stuff.
Yeah, like none of the modern things that we got. Like, think of just essentials like food, survival shit.
I don't know if I could survive.
Oh, I would love like Minnie's haberdashery from Hateful Eight, the Tarantino one.
Oh yeah.
I would love to live like that.
I think it depends on how busy I am. So if like,
No, that's your life. Like, you don't need to do like JK or whatever. Like, you're like the old frontier. Like, you have a cabin,
I think I can for sure.
and then it's just you, Gio, and Taika, and you have all the modern day knowledge. It's just like now,
Yeah.
but then you guys chose to be like homestead.
I think I can for sure, because I think for me, I actually just like physical things more, and that's probably why I never really got into video games. Because I'm like, why would I play Guitar Hero if I could just play real guitar? So I think like for me, I could for sure do that, and that's one of the reasons why I like even just going hiking with Taika, because for that hour, we're not doing anything digital.
Yeah.
It's just straight up.
Building shit.
Yeah. Like even if we're just building a sandcastle or something, you know?
I couldn't play like video games. Like all my friends were in like super into like the basketball games and the football games. Like, dude, we could just go play outside.
Yeah, that's
I
how
would join them when they actually went and play outside, but I just didn't play video games in general. I was just in the weight room.
Video games though.
I just like there's nothing that excites me like Halo did.
Oh, Halo's fun. But then like now that I'm into all these outdoor sports again, like doing my childhood shit, man, it's like everything evolved. Like skateboarding, everything, right? So like going back into it, it's fucking crazier. So now it's like all right, when you guys were kids, right? You would play games for like an hour or something, and it gets boring, right? Because it's not like games like today where you can binge for like 48 hours.
Because it's like straight up movies and stories in the game.
Yeah.
Whereas before it's
And
like
it's easier.
yeah,
But now
it's
it's
like Duck Hunt.
Then you fucking die. You're like, all right, let's go outside.
That's extreme because people actually went outside before. Like people do that. Like not saying just because of COVID, but all your friends, the only time you hang out with them is while playing video games. So that is
Yeah, so you play with them, and then you're like, this is boring. All right, let's go outside. And then, like, you push each other on a bike or do something crazy, right? And then that life I'm doing now as an adult.
like you're riding, you're pushing Darian.
Like, we're fucking around, like, coming up with new shit. And then I'm like, I actually like that balance.
Yeah.
It's perfect for me. But then it's just now without the video games. But, like, kids now can be stuck on the computer for like fucking hours, and they don't ever have to go out and enjoy the balance.
I love the balance. Like even when we just go camping, one of my favorite things is just sitting there doing jack shit. You just look at fucking leaves blowing in the wind or some shit, you know?
I always love watching a fire, just how it moves.
Yeah, you just watch the fire. You just sit there.
And then Taika trying to run into it. That'd be a funny video where you just like, it's like just you chill. He like gets up and you have him on a leash, and right before he gets, you just pull him back.
Yeah, yank that mother.
When I do like extreme sports though, when I come back home, I have trouble sleeping. So shout outs to Feels, who sponsored this video, because they sent me some good old CBD oil, and you know, it just takes a few drops to put under the tongue, or like what I like to do is I'll make some turmeric tea or something, go boop, 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 and then like I would drink that, because if I don't, what ends up happening is like my heart is like racing still after I come back from the mountains, and I'm just kind of this, it's difficult to sleep. But thanks to Feels now, I get to, you know, chill out at the end of the day, and I get to change my feels and transition into a nighttime kind of routine, and it's pretty cool.
So what Feels is, if you guys don't know, it's a premium CBD delivered directly to your doorstep. And Feels offers a free CBD hotline too to help guide your personal experience, especially if it's your first time and you want to try it out. So they got real human support, and it works naturally to help you feel better. There's no high, hangover, or addiction. So join the Feels community, get Feels delivered to your door every month. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Feels has me feeling my very best every single day, and can help you too. Become a member today by going to feels.com/offtherecord and get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's feals.com/offtherecord to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. That's feels.com/offtherecord.
Off the record.
Yeah, I really enjoy like being more physical and being more in the outdoors. Like, and I think that's kind of cool too. Like, I don't know if Taika stumbled upon video games or anything yet, but like if we go outside right now and like even if we're just throwing a sock against the wall or something, I think he just likes being active. So I think like people with a lot of energy, it just helps them out to like exercise the body and not just like the mind. Because I think video games, like for sure, you're like your mind is really stimulated, but I think you also have like a ton of pent up energy that you need to just like.
How do you manage that in a healthy way? So he's gonna get to the age where all his friends, or he meets friends, and
they all play video games.
They all play video games. So
Yeah.
how do you manage that in a healthy way going into it, like years ahead? Like you know.
When did you guys become like homebodies and played games and stayed online all day? Like, did you ever get to that phase? Because I did.
I was that when I first got when Halo 3 came out. So before that, we always had video games. We played a lot. We'd do all these different things, but it was a mix of going outside and doing those, like everything. But then, so especially during say high school, when all my friends and everyone else, like this was junior high, high school, they were playing sports. I just alone, just video games. It was literally like lifting then video games.
Oh, well, at least you did the lifting part. I completely stopped becoming active around late junior high. And then from then on, I guess the only time I would go out is like graffiti and then skating. But still, we didn't do it that much, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I used to go out every day in elementary school, like, and play outside and bike, and then like bike from miles, dude, and it was different.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever got to that phase, because also I think when I sit in front of a computer screen too long, I just get a headache.
Oh.
So like even like I think if I went to play Counter-Strike back in the day with like when you go in those like PC bongs where there's like those computer rooms, I would play like an hour or two, and then I would just go outside.
Damn.
Everyone else was playing like 8 hours.
Yeah, it's addicting. Like we were doing all-nighters playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Or like before that, it was GTA or like just downloading games and then chatting and then drugs and jacking off and like repeat over and over. And I remember staying up for days back in the day. Yeah. Like that's when I got hooked. Like as soon as I had online access, I had a computer, I was just home all the time. I stopped going out. And I stopped sleeping at night. I would wake up at like, I don't know, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I would be up until like 9 a.m. Yeah. So I was on that club boy hour.
Damn. Yeah, I think for me, I always had something active. I think like before junior high, it was like you go to your friend's house. Hey, is so-and-so home? And you guys ride bikes or rollerblade. And then I think in junior high, my mom would drop me off at school early to match her work hours, and I would just shoot basketball. So basketball became like the hang around thing. So I think I always had that. And then I think once I got hella into drums, it was just drumline. So it's almost like playing a sport. So I never really got into the phase of just like being inside for a long time.
Yeah. We had a community pool like in our apartments.
Yeah.
So then like all the time, like every single day for hours, like 5-6 hours, we'd just be at the pool.
Oh, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, that was fun. And then there wasn't like much else besides like
Maybe that's why you like Hawaii.
yeah.
You love the water.
I love water too.
And then other than that, it was like maybe football here and there, but not much else. Like not like when we were kids and literally just run around, bike, do whatever.
Yeah. I think the tough part with Taika's generation is gonna be, I think in my generation, it was kind of like a choice. Like, do you wanna be online and play games or play video games, or do you wanna be going around doing active stuff? But it does seem like most kids are doing like video games or online. So to achieve that balance, I think it is gonna be difficult. Especially if like let's say you got 5 homies and they all wanna be online all day. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
It's fun though, man.
It is fun, I know.
I don't know. I think that there's a good balance between the two though, because you can learn so much like about your outdoor shit. Like I'm learning about like riding my motorcycle or like my mountain bike and then technique, and then I take it outdoors and then I'm practicing that.
I do miss being a kid again. That I'm trying to make that like my adult life like how I missed out.
Trust me, I got to do that 2020 and I was like, dude, this is dope, because I was able to achieve all the childhood kind of things and then bring it back and then expand on it. And it's almost like waking up that 8-year-old in you that's like, oh, fuck yeah, I've been waiting to do this again.
Yeah.
It's fun, man.
What are some of the things that you feel like you didn't get enough of and you want to do it?
I think like say group activities, because I did like get injured and like just fell in love with the gym, and it was fun. So that's why powerlifting was big for me, because it's like a community.
Yeah.
But I think finding something like that again, or just being, because now like I get tired quickly outside. Like I want to find something like my own activity that is like my niche that I really like. Whether even like I was big into like archery or like random weird
tight.
shit.
That's tight.
Yeah, so it's like finding that, but it's like now being so close in the city, how do I escape the city? Even though I love the city. So it's like I have to actually venture out to do these things.
There's an archery spot near you that does it for free.
Really?
Yeah, they teach classes and shit. I don't know if they're doing it now, but Devin took me out and long time ago. And yeah, they just have a bunch of, you just sign up and then, I think it's like LA Archery or some simple ass name that I shouldn't forget. Yeah.
I just don't get how people get into those things where it's like, maybe they look at us weird for getting into powerlifting, but I'm like, how do people get into like paintballs and that's all they do every day and they get into like these clubs and stuff? But I'm like, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, they probably do it and get addicted.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to get to where Joe's at, where I'm just a kid again. But because I have a kid, that's kind of hard. But I think I'm like a year or 2 away from doing it. Because then I think once he is able to, because right now he's just too dumb.
Yeah.
So like right now, like I don't even think I could trust them with a pellet gun.
Yeah.
But once I can,
Of course you can.
then I can like shoot with them in the backyard. Or if I can go.
So you're gonna tag on his fun.
Yeah, because I want to do the same things.
Yeah.
You know, like once he can because I saw this video of a dad snowboarding with a baby or his kid, and they were just kind of carving together, and I'm like, oh, that's so tight. But then I looked it up, and it said like they don't recommend anyone under 5 doing it just because it takes so much balance.
I seen I think someone as young as Taika
on a snowboard.
I was there crying because I almost broke my ankle, and a little baby, I swear to God, she was like this.
Doing 360s.
Like she couldn't even think. She was just going down like this, and then her dad was like following her. I was
Yeah,
like,
so I think like maybe I should just try it and take him. But I did take him to what was it? We went to Big Bear, and then the sleds. So I had to convince him like crazy to get on because he was deathly afraid. But after the first ride, he was like, again. So I think.
Did you have to have him on your lap?
Yeah, I put him on my lap.
I think he has to pass that age because I saw the vlog where he touched the snow and it was cold in his hand and he just started crying and just freaked out. So he has to get past that.
He touched the rock.
No, the snow.
Because he's like Gio, like the part where Gio hates the cold. Taika's like that too.
Oh.
Yeah, he hates
Super
it.
sensitive to the cold.
Yeah, he touches the cold and it's like the worst thing in the world. But I think I'm like literally a year away from like us doing exactly the same shit. Mountain biking, snowboarding, all that stuff. So I'm really happy.